16, and we have got a treat for you here on Stream 1. Luke Humphries, world number 1, world champion, world match play champion recently, looking to pick up
Is Kevin to throw for the
what
balls
will be his first floor title of the year. Did it last year, beating Kevin Doets in a final, and that's his opponent in this particular game. The Dutchman taking on the dominant force in world darts at the moment. We saw one Luke win the title yesterday. Will we see the other one at the top table of the sport win it today? Next step is to defeat Doets, and you'll find out if he can do it in the company of myself, Chris Murphy, and Dan Dawson.
Yes, say up, Murph.
100.
This could be good, because Luke Humphries, obviously, we know all about him. Look, I think he's the dominant force in world darts.
140.
He's only won fewer than half the number of titles that Luke Littler has won this year. But it is the two Lukes at the top of the game, I think, without much argument.
140.
So Kevin Doets is a player on the up as well, and you've just seen Alan Suter on this board go out playing excellently. And how well is Suits playing right now, by the way?
41.
But that means that Alan Suter is in the last provisional spot for the World Grand Prix tournament, another major tournament that Luke Humphries currently holds.
180.
Leaves himself single to double for a potential 11 darter to start the match. Kevin Doets is the next
100.
person on that list. If he wins this game, he is going to be in the provisional spots for the Grand Prix. Double 10.
38.
Well, no harm should be done. Humphries will return for the same target he just missed,
100.
but this time with his opponent on a finish.
Game
Yeah,
shot.
that'll do it. 13 dart start for Cool Hand. Doets was in the provisional spots for the World Match Play, of course, for a very
96.
brief period of time. It was the last little chunk of Players' Championship events where James Wade hopped back in, and we saw what he went on to do.
97.
Only a brilliant display from Luke Humphries himself that stopped James Wade at the match play, because you could argue that he was one of the players of the tournament.
85.
I think Humphries himself would concur. After
60.
conquering the Winter Gardens. A win in the first round today for Luke against
60.
Jermaine Watermain. Had to work hard for that one, 101.55 the average, only winning 6-4. A little easier in round 2 against Darryl
93.
Pilgrim. Won that one by 5 legs. Doets won by 1 leg against Roby John Rodriguez in that one, and by 2 legs against Ryan Meikle in the round earlier.
150.
Yeah, and he's gone 91.83 for his averages, Kevin Doets. If he's at either of those levels, that's not going to be enough against Luke Humphries, you would expect.
59.
But he does have a little bit of breathing space here. 2 visits to take out 145.
60.
Would have hoped to have been in a better place, because Humphries will pile on the pressure, surely. Oh, yeah. Well, he'll leave a finish, surely.
22.
Just about. Double 14.
71.
Oh, Humphries walks to the board shaking his head. Why would you shake your head? Oh, I thought he was going to steal it.
130.
And the 22 setup shot was going to prove to be a master stroke. Double 2.
10.
Didn't even need to apply pressure. Doets has been the architect of his own downfall, and Humphries makes him pay. Got to take those chances against a player like him, and it's a break of throw that sees Humphries lead 2-0.
4 darts missed for a level game. Just handing the leg over to the world
100.
champ. You don't need to do that, because he's going to take legs off you whether you want him to or not. It's only Chris Dobie that stopped him yesterday.
180.
Or like it from Hawkeye.
Yeah, 5 years ago, Doets was defeating Humphries on the development tour.
On the what?
On the development tour.
Oh, right.
4-1 win, his only win against Humphries in their previous 3 meetings. The last one was more significant, that final I mentioned at the start of the match. 8-6. Humphries beat Kevin in September. And another win 2022 as well.
91.
Doesn't really seem real that Humphries was on the Dev Tour just 5 years ago.
81.
I mentioned loads of times about him following this road map to where he is. Oh, hang on, Kev. No, he can't produce the 170 either. But he has followed that map very, very quickly, Luke Humphries. Every single step of it, he's done it, and then he's straight on to the next one. We on to the next leg yet? Yes, we are. 86 checkout taken out on double 7, just showing Kevin where that double 7 is.
77.
Should forgive him for being resigned to defeat already.
78.
Yeah, Kevin Doets. Humphries isn't producing a top-level performance, but he isn't needing to. That gift in the second leg has really hurt his opponent. But Van Dijvenbode is at it again. 4-0 up now against Andy Bolton, having beaten Gerwin Price 6-1 in the previous round.
And Glenn and I did Mike the Decker's game
86.
in round 2. He looked amazing. He had a quarter-final run yesterday. He is 5-2 up on Dave Chisnell, averaging a ton again. Mike the Decker looks like one of those players who could pick up a maiden title. Whether it's today, tomorrow, at some point this year, his dog,
58.
the standard is good enough. Things just have to fall his way.
Like it might happen last year, didn't it? And then he's tailed off a little bit. No sign of Luke Humphries doing that.
127.
The finish, though, just fizzles out at the last moment.
I'd say similar about Kevin Doets, because he looked very good. He's been progressing, getting better. I don't think he's quite at Mike the Decker levels, but he's certainly not at Luke Humphries' level in this one. Because that is 4-0 with a double break. Luke Humphries in total control of this one. And he's not having to put on the afterburners. In fact, Mike the Decker is the first player through to the last 16. He's just beaten the top seed Dave Chisnell. Takes his position in the seeding bracket. There'll be Danny Van Tripe or Pascal Ruprecht for him in the next round. He'll be heavy favourite to win that.
100.
Second quarter of the draw as well today. There is one second-tier seed in there. That is Ryan Joyce. Other than that, Thibaut Tricol, Adam
96.
Warner, Karel Sedlacek, Gabriel Clemens, Jeffrey Desvon, Dirk Van Dijvenbode, who we've just seen, well, he's 4-0 up on Andy Bolton. Now, Dirk's
58.
been obviously working his way back to his old levels, but it's a huge opportunity for everybody there.
95.
Only Ryan Joyce and Jeffrey Desvon and Dirk who've won titles, and it's been a while since Desvon and Dirk have.
Doets trying to leave the same thing as Humphries has, and he's managed to do that. Humphries won't be reeling it in.
94.
But if Doets doesn't, then he could be racing away.
Gets a go at the pull.
145.
Can't take it out, and it's a valiant effort, but it might come to nothing. Double 8. 14 data. 5-0. Luke Humphries making light work of this.
Yeah, it does make it look so easy. Those 5 darts missed a double, including that ball for the 170. The major damage was done in leg 2 for Kevin Doets.
Well, there where the other 4 misses have come. So there's 3 legs of the 5 we've played. He hasn't even had a dart at double.
96.
5-0. And Dijvenbode. 5-0 Humphries here. Wesley Plazier on the march again in Milton Keynes. 4-0 up against Christian Kist in his last 32 game. Doesn't even have a tour card, remember.
Yeah, winner of this faces either Johnny Clayton or Kim Hybrex. Those two duking it out at the moment over on board 10. Clayton 2-0 up on the Belgian.
Yeah, you mentioned the lack of top seeds in one half of the draw. Bit annoying for the players that are in the other half.
97.
De Decker did get the job done against Dave Chisnell. 6-2 for the Belgian, knocking out the number 1 seed to reach the last 16. He's the first player into it.
100.
Luke Humphries might be about to very, very quickly follow.
Can he find his way through to the treble 20? No, he can't. And 6-0
78.
is a very real possibility. Double 16.
Becomes double 8.
74.
Well, he's offered some crumbs here for Kevin to hoover up. Can he do what Humphries couldn't? Yes, he can. And he will not be brushed aside with a 0 at the end of his name. Not even against a world champion and world number 1.
59.
Andy Bolton has been, though, Dirk van Duijvenbode, getting that whitewash win against the X Factor, who's now an ex-participant of Players' Championship 16.
140. 140. 138.
Yeah, gets the numbers right, gets down to a finish. Another match-winning opportunity, albeit a small one, and it's getting smaller.
180.
Because it might need to go now.
Knowing him, it might go. There's a couple of times, isn't it? On the 170 attempt earlier, brushing the barrel, just diverting the dart away from the target. That's a fantastic arrow, though, from Kevin Doets, who once again misses
66.
double 16, but this time cannot land double 8.
Wrap it up. 1 dart at tops. All he needs. It is a comprehensive win for the world champion and world number 1. Cool Hand sees off Hawkeye for the loss of just 1 leg. It is second consecutive 6-1 win today for Luke Humphries, the reigning match play champion. As you can see, Kevin Doets only 1 hit out of 9 on the doubles, but they were restricted to just 4 legs of that match. 98 average. Luke Humphries has done that in second or third